Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because I'm going to be testing out some new Dollar Tree makeup. It's taken me a little while to collect some of these items, but now I finally feel I have enough where I can do pretty much a full face of all new Dollar Tree makeup. So if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. And I know you've been waiting for this video. I've been promising this video for quite some time, so it's finally here. Thank you for sticking with me and bearing with me. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I love to do a lot of dollar store and Dollar Tree oriented makeup and shopping content. So if that is your thing, you are definitely in the right place. So yeah, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera because the product I used is not new. Anything that is not done on camera, I will have the product listed down below in the description box if you're curious, as well as all the products. But anyways, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brows, and I do have a new product for this because I have a brand new concealer. And this is the B Pure Essentially Ageless line, and this is the Hydrating Serum Concealer. It says it has hyaluronic acid, and I think I got the shade Light, although it does not say it, but this is what it looks like. And there's actually quite a few products from this line in this video. So B Pure has kind of got some new makeup. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brush and just kind of clean up around my brows. Of course, we'll use this to conceal as well. And so far, you know, the product is a little thin, but it seems to be doing the job. Concealer's been kind of one of those tough products to find. For me personally, a really good one at the Dollar Tree. I've found some, but usually they're like by like e.l.f. and other brands like Maybelline. I haven't really been able to find like an LA Colors one that I really like. That seems to be doing a decent job. Like I said, this concealer so far seems to be a little bit thin, but so far not the worst I've ever used. Seems to be better than like the liquid LA Colors concealer so far. Yeah, I got the job done. Like I said, so far it feels a little bit on the thinner side. So we're gonna go ahead and move on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids. Again, this is not a new product, it's just from LA Colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, eyelids are primed and I've got some new eyeshadow. I hauled a bunch of these 6-pan palettes a while back from LA Colors, and today I'm gonna kind of pull from a couple of them. You may remember these right here, these little palettes here. This one here is in Night Out, and this one here is in Playful. Now, they're kind of repackaged from their old ones that came in the white container, although some of the color stories are completely different, like this one here. Also by B Pure, I hauled these pretty recently. I got these liquid eyeshadows. We're gonna use 1 or 2 of these as well. Kind of feeling like I kind of want to go with like a pinkish kind of a look. So I'm gonna go all over my lid with this shade here. Looks to be a little shimmery, but these really aren't like, they're not matte shadows, but they're not like the most shimmery either. So I'm just gonna kind of lay this down. It's doing a nice job. Now I'm gonna go into this darkest shade right here and see how this does. I'm just gonna use the same brush. I'm using the brushes from Ioni. That's actually doing a really, really nice job. In my experience with LA Colors, the smaller the palette, the better quality the shadows. Like for instance, their quads seem to be about the best. These 6-pan palettes seem to be somewhere in the middle. And then their lesser quality ones are the 12-pan. I find with those, I generally have to use like a damp brush. But see, that's doing a really, really nice job. They're blending real nice. I feel like there's a really nice color payoff. Like I said, these are kind of somewhere between a matte and a shimmer. They're not super shimmery, but they're not matte for sure. That's looking pretty good. I think I might deepen it up with darkest shade right here and just kind of give it a little bit more dimension. There we go, that kind of just warmed it up a little bit. Doesn't seem to be a lot of kickback with these, which is really nice because I am heavy-handed. Then I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And I'm gonna kind of put that up into the crease a bit, just kind of deepen the look a little bit more. Kind of put it a little bit more in the middle part of my lid too. I'm really like excited to get into some of those shimmers. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of these shimmers and kind of go on the inner part of my lid. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do this maybe for an inner corner, or no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use these two here. I'm gonna use this dark pink one for the inner half of my lid, and use the light pink one for an inner corner highlight. These don't have the shade names on them. They actually have an expiration date on them too. This one here says May 26, 2024, which is unusual. You usually don't see an expiration date on makeup products. I'm actually gonna use one of these little Sassy Chic brushes that come in like the sets. They're really very nice little detailed brushes. And I'm just gonna put the shadow, the liquid shadow on here. And let's just hope for the best. This is either gonna be really awesome or really not awesome. There's definitely a little bit of color payoff. I know it's hard for me to tell on camera. A little bit. I'll be more curious about the lighter shade when we go to do the inner corner highlight. But let me just go ahead and finish this up right here. Okay, very pretty. I'm looking in my monitor. It does seem to have some nice shimmer going on. So like I said, we'll go into the lighter pink one when we go to do the inner corner highlight. So I went ahead and put some mascara on off camera. It is not a Dollar Tree product because I've pretty much stopped buying any mascara from the Dollar Tree unless it's like a different brand. Like I won't buy LA Colors mascaras anymore. I decluttered them, they don't work. So I just went ahead and used my Essence. It's just, I have new lashes, so we're gonna try some new lashes today. So I have these from B Color. These are from the Mystic collection. They're the Ombre Faux Mink 3D eyelashes. And it doesn't really have a style name, but they look really, really pretty. They had a lot of different ones of these, like this brand, B Pure. They had like different, like when they said ombre. These ones don't seem to be ombre. They seem to maybe have like green in there, although I don't think you would not be able to see it on camera. Yeah, they have a little tinge of green in there. Like I said, I don't know that you can really see it. I can barely see it in person, but they have some that I think are like pink or purple, and they kind of, ombre, kind of fade. Band is a little thick. I don't know if I have to trim them or not. I may try to get by without trimming them. I'm gonna be using my Ioni 2-in-1 Lash Glue Pen. This is gonna be my eyeliner and my glue. Love this product. This is like, for me personally, one of those like life-changing products. And you wanna work pretty quick with it because unlike traditional lash glue that you have to kind of let get a little bit tacky, you don't want to do that with this. Okay, I got my lashes on and they were giving me a fit, y'all. Like these, I don't think it was the glue. These lashes aren't the easiest to put on. The band is a little thick. I did end up taking them off and trimming them to make it a little bit easier. But, ooh, Lord, that took me way too long. Moving on. And I'm hoping that they look semi-symmetrical. Not sure that they do. Okay, so I've got some foundation that is new from B Pure. It's from the Essentially Ageless line. It's the Hydrating Serum Foundation. I think I got the shade Light, although it does not say it on the tube. I've got my Lab 2 makeup sponge that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna put this on and see how it does. The color looks really nice. I had a Dollar Diva say they really liked this foundation, so I'm really excited to try it. Really, it's going on very smooth. It seems to have some nice coverage. Add a little bit more. The tube is really nice. The packaging of these products is really very sleek and classy. Looks more expensive than it is, which it's always nice when something kind of like feels legit, Yeah, I would say that this isn't like a super full coverage, but like, I would say it's like a medium, and it seems to be kind of buildable and goes on really smooth. This color works really well for me. Again, just like typical Dollar Tree, foundations, the shade range is not going to be the best, if you have darker skin or just a different skin tone, or, they always have just about like 3 shades at most. So now we're going to try the concealer as a concealer. My eyelashes, you guys, I'm pretty sure don't look symmetrical, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this under my eyes. So my memory card was full, my camera stopped recording. In case you missed it, I put on the concealer and it doesn't seem to do a whole lot. So far, I really like the foundation better than the concealer. I don't know the wear time on the foundation, but the way it applies and all that good stuff, has good coverage and it looks nice and luminous and pretty. Concealer, it's typical to Dollar Tree concealers. Not great, so far in my opinion. So now I have a powder by B Pure Essentially Ageless. This is in light to medium. I think they also had medium to dark. It's a blurring pressed powder. It's got hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. This is what the packaging looks like. There it is outside of the outer wrapping, and the color has me a little concerned. I'll do like a powder that's a little bit lighter, but we are definitely gonna try it and we will see. So I'm gonna take my sponge and actually the color is actually very perfect for my skin tone. Sometimes I think I do have a tendency of going too light with my powders. As far as like a baking powder, this is probably not the best because it really doesn't seem to, you know how like a baking powder you like put a lot on? This doesn't seem to go on a whole lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush. This is a new brush that I got from Dollar Tree here recently. And I'm gonna use this to put my powder on. I've tried a powder from B Pure before. It was the green tea, I think, infused. And it was like a really, like a white, like a translucent powder. And that does a really nice job. Yeah, you know, really the color is very, very perfect. It's a little different than what I'm used to because I do like to kind of bake my face, but it looks really pretty. I think the finish on the skin is really nice. It doesn't look powdery, which is sometimes a thing with powders. And the brush seems really nice too, you know, not bad for $1.25. So I have a couple of bronzers and I'm a little nervous about them. They're from B Pure, and you'll remember I hauled these a while back. This one right here leaves like a white kind of blue cast, but these little sprinkles here, I have a feeling, see, they'll kind of go away. So see, yeah, those kind of go away, which is good. That'll make it where it doesn't have that cast on it. Then I get this one here, which has a little bit of like a shimmery peach in the middle. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go with this one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this other brush that I got at Dollar Tree. It's probably not the best bronzer brush, but I'm kind of wanting to use it. So these have a little bit of like a dessert scent, nothing strong. Let's see if this has any payoff at all. I'm not really thinking it's going to, because I'm a little bit tan. Maybe on pale skin, maybe on like really light skin it would. Not really noticing a whole lot of color payoff. I thought it was gonna be a lot more shimmery than it is. That doesn't seem to be the case either, but it's very powdery. Like, see, it's all flying off, and see, I just don't think it really did a whole lot. Like I said, maybe if you have really, really, really light skin, it would work. You know, probably added a little bit of a glow, but I don't know, didn't really seem to do a whole lot. So that item kind of might be a fail. Then I have a blush, and this is again from the Essentially Ageless line, Luminizing blush. It's infused with camellia oil. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And apparently it's paraben and phthalates, PHTHALATES free. So whatever that is. Again, I don't know the shade because it does not say. I can't remember if they had other shades as well, but it's a really beautiful shade of blush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this brush again. I'm just gonna kind of clean it off as if it did anything, but it didn't really do anything. So let's see if this goes on any better. Oh yeah, I kind of underestimated how pigmented that would be. And of course, as always, went a little heavy-handed. That's really a beautiful shade. Very nice. Okay, the blush is really, really nice. I'm gonna kind of spread it around, and I'm gonna use my powder brush to recover any mistake I made. Okay, we're gonna go back to the eyes, and I'm gonna use this light pink on the inner corner and see how it does. I'm just gonna use a little detailed, like a little tapered small brush and go on the inner corner. You know I love an inner corner highlight. That's working pretty good. That is working pretty good. I'm gonna go a little bit on the inner part of my eye as well. Kind of blend in a bit. Oh yeah, that's doing really, really nice. Really overall for $1.25, I'm pretty pleased with the liquid eyeshadows. I mean, they're not the most intense thing in the world, but you know, sometimes you don't want the most intense thing. Sometimes you just want something that's kind of subtle and pretty. So there is that. That's really actually very pretty. I'm very, very, very pleased with these so far. I think they've done a really nice job. Excited to use this other shade in a future video. So last but not least, I have a lipstick. This is again from B Pure Essentially Ageless. It's the hydrating lipstick infused with serum. Again, it's free of those chemicals, parabens, and that right there. And this is in the shade Blush Rose. I think they had more shades, but I have so many lip products that I try not to buy an excess amount of lip products. So the packaging is really nice. Looks like something you would buy at the drugstore. And here is the shade. I didn't even take this out and swatch it when I purchased it. I think that's gonna be really, really pretty. It's very pigmented. It has a makeup taste, if that makes sense. Like it kind of reminds me of like, not that old school lipstick taste, you know the taste I'm talking about? But it kind of tastes like an old perfume. Not like a soured perfume, but a little bit perfumey. I'm actually really surprised at the color payoff. I'm very pleased. The lipstick actually has really surprised me. I didn't expect it to be that pigmented. But it's very creamy. Don't know the wear time, but that's really beautiful. I'm actually very, very surprised. Okay, so a quick rundown of the products. Okay, a couple things that were kind of fails. They were like the least, they were like my least favorite products of the day is the bronzer, which I don't feel like it really did a whole lot, at least for my skin tone. Maybe a lighter skin tone. It kind of feels like kid makeup, you know what I mean? And then the concealer was less than wonderful, just a little thin, very typical of like, it feels kind of like a lot of the LA Colors concealers that you find at the Dollar Tree. So definitely my two least favorite products of the day. The powder is really very nice. I really like the shade, and really it does have a really nice effect on the skin. I do feel like it blurred, it got rid of shine. And yeah, the color is great for me, whatever shade it is. And yeah, so I think the powder is really nice. Doesn't have a powdery look. I feel really, really natural. The blush was very pigmented and the color is beautiful, very finely milled, really nice for $1.25. So the liquid shadows are really, really, really nice. Not the most intense thing, but as you can see, they're a pretty effect. Really excited to try the other shades, so I really, really like those. The brushes were really nice, you know, not the highest quality brushes in the world, but they got the job done. Of course, they're super, super, super cute. You know, the eyeshadows, I always really like these little eyeshadow palettes. You know, we got a nice effect. They're pigmented. They have some nice colors. The packaging is cute. You know, LA Colors is always kind of repackaging their older products, and I feel making them better. So really nice job on repackaging these 6-pan palettes. The eyelashes, I almost forgot about the eyelashes. They're really pretty and they seem a lot more higher quality than they are, but I really had a hard time getting them on. The Ionis have a thick band as well, but for whatever reason I just have an easier time putting those on. So these were not my absolute favorite. I would still, between these and the Ionis, buy the Ionis or the LA Colors Jewel Eyes. And then the two standout products I feel were the foundation and the lipstick. Again, this was so much more pigmented than I thought, but it still has like a natural wash of color. And it feels moisturizing. It doesn't feel dry. It feels very creamy and smooth. And yeah, and then the foundation, really, really nice effect. I thought it had some nice coverage. Doesn't feel heavy. And like I said, the only thing might be the shade range, you know, of course, with being Dollar Tree, but really a nice foundation if you're in and around that shade range, of course. But yeah, the lipstick is really, really nice. Really love the color. Nice natural wash of color. So I'll have some similar content up here on the screen. That way you can binge watch more videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, become one of my Dollar Divas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.